I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. Many of you will probably recognize what this song is, which is My Girl by The Temptations. This song is a very popular song, yet I have only heard this song. I have never learned about it, or I didn't even know who the band was. But as you know, those first few chords and the first few line is very popular. Eddie Kendricks and Paul Williams were the first two that kind of started in this group, and they started singing together when they were in church. And when they were teenagers, they formed their group, which was a quartet. So they joined with Kelly Osbourne and Wiley Waller, and they were named the Cavaliers when they first began, which I thought was kind of cool how they started with a different name. The band members were known for their choreography and their dancing, and they were really mainly known just as five male vocalists that were also super great dancers, which I thought was really cool in that time period when a bunch of racism and other things were going on and things weren't really fair. It was a group of five mainly African American men, and they became very popular, which I thought was super cool. So the Temptations had released a few singles that were pretty popular, but My Girl really was the one that set them apart. So they were signed with Motown Records in the 60s and the 70s. It is said that Ruffin wrote My Girl about his wife, but in a couple other sources that I was reading, it said that he kind of just wrote this about a general female and not specifically his wife, Claudia. But one thing that I found cool was that he wrote this song kind of as a second part to his song that he already wrote that was called My Girl, or My Guy. Sorry. So I thought that was cool. It's like a two-part thing. So if you've heard My Guy, then you could listen to My Girl, and it would be very similar. Before they wrote My Girl, this group had only had about 3 songs that were placed in the top 20, but My Girl is really the one that set them apart from that. Another cool thing about this song is that it has been made into different versions. So there's like a wedding version or an acoustic version, which I thought was really cool. And it takes a good song that's very genuine and very well written out that you can write it in so many different ways and it will still sound amazing. So My Girl was actually the first of 4 number 1 hits for the Temptations, and it really set them off. And it was also the very first number 1 recorded song on the Motown label. So I think it also really paved the way for Motown label as well. After My Girl, the group scored further 23 on the top charts, and My Girl was the song that was the first to feature David Ruffin as the lead, and this really paved his way for his career as well, which I thought was really cool how one song could really pave the way for someone, but this song was very popular and it definitely had the power to do so. After the song, this group was considered the most talented group at Motown, so I thought that was pretty neat. Another cool thing about this song that I think makes it super unique is that the vocals are very accentuated, and this song really focuses on the vocals, and I think that makes it super easy to understand. And it's also a very catchy song, and it's very memorable. So once you listen to this song, you will definitely know the beat, it'll get stuck in your head, and it will just be very memorable. And I think the group really wanted to focus on that, and I think that's what made this song so popular. And even in the last 50 years, it's still been super popular, which I thought was amazing. This song, as we all know, was the title for a movie, My Girl. It was the title and it was also the theme song. However, this song has also been in a bunch of other movies, such as My Girl 2, the sequel to My Girl, The Big Chill, Munich, Mannequin, Born on the 4th of July, Sleeping with the Enemy, and Walk Hard. Not only was this song in movies, this song was also in TV shows like The Wonder Years, Magnum P.I., and The Cold Case. Lastly, the most neat thing that I think about this song is that there's been so many different singers that have covered this song, such as Marvin Gaye, Otis Redding, Dolly Parton, and the Mamas and Papas. I think it takes a really great song to be able to have those household names record your song. So in conclusion, this group kind of started out small. They had a name change. They were fluctuating in and out of people, but they were able to make their first #1 hit, and I think it really paved the way for this group and some soloists in this group as well. So thank you.